Alright, so the kitchen isn't that hard. It's as easy as keeping things clean and organized, and as long as you keep it that way, it's easy. Alright, the first thing is the drawers. This is just the junk drawer. Whatever you find that doesn't fit anywhere that you think we need, just throw it in here. This has all the miscellaneous cooking items like your ice cream scoopers, your pizza cutters, can openers, cheese shredders, little heater up things for the pots. And this is also where all the clips are going to be at. Now if we go over here, in this drawer is full of all the cooking utensils, like the spatulas, all the spoons and stuff, the big cooking spoons. Now in here is all your utensils. You've got your straws, your knives, your forks, your big spoons, and your little spoons. And then these are where the lids are going to go. And then this is all the miscellaneous utensil items, and this needs to be organized. Alright, that took me like 5 seconds to put these back in order and just put everything nicely in there. It takes no time at all to make things look nice. Now let's talk about all the cabinets. So in this corner over here is where all the Tupperware is, all the storage containers, all that. Now, things like this can't go. You have to organize it, you know? It took me like 2 seconds to make sure the lids stay organized. These are your large small containers, these are your medium small containers, and these are your little micro containers. And then you've got extra large containers, medium containers, and small containers. You can just stack them up like that for there. There's not going to be enough room to stack them all, so you can have a little off to the side. And see, look at that. You got your lids all easy right there. Containers, you just pull them out, take one. These are the small ones. And then things like this cannot happen. This is like jam. It's not supposed to be with the Tupperware. I personally don't think we need this mismatch container because we got all these big ones. But I know you guys are going to want to keep it. So it's up there. And then this is where all the lids are going. So there you go. Very easy. I have no idea what this stuff is, so I don't have an opinion on it. I have no idea what it is. These are your little, like, I don't know, container things. Whatever you want to put in it. Rice, flour. And that's it for this cabinet. This one should be very easy. You guys wanted your coffee here, so it's here. There's the sugar right here. That's pretty self-explanatory. Tea bags right there. You got your salts up here. Here's some Crisco oil. Behind there, you've got your baking soda and baking powder. All the stuff back here is stuff we don't really use, so that's why it's out of sight. Here's the instant coffee, cacao nibs if you're gonna make anything with them, chocolate packets, and then the tea bags are back here, and then here's the French press. This one should be a lot easier to keep in check because all you guys really use is the tea, sugar, and coffee. Now off to the side, you've got all your coffee mugs, your tea mugs, and then here's the larger ones. Oh yeah, and some of the appliances are up here, like here's the food processor and here's the blender back there. Things like this, these are cups, not coffee mugs. They can go up here in the cup section. Still got to put these in the Christmas box because we're not going to use them. I actually just moved the food processor up here because it makes more sense for all the appliances to be up here and then all the mugs to be down here. I don't mean to point any fingers, but not everyone in the house is tall. We've actually got 2 short people. So common things like cups and mugs, try not to put them too high. And then off here into the next cabinet, this is where the vent is for the cook thing, so you're not going to be able to put much here. I got the lighters right here, matches, skewers, toothpicks, you know. And then off here to the other side, this is really unorganized, so I'm going to organize it real quick. See, like things like this, Tupperware, it does not go up here. Glasses definitely do not go on top of the Tupperware. Again, I don't think we need this one, but you guys are going to find a reason to keep it, so it's up here. Alright, so I got it all organized. It only took me like a minute. So all cups, they have plenty of room. If you need more room for cups, there's plenty of it. We don't need to be putting them up there. The bowls are fine right there. This is all the strainer stuff. If you need to put something up here, there's room. No cups though. These bowls are fine right here, easily accessible because we use them. You got these little cup things. And then here's all the measuring stuff back here. I also found this up there. We do not need these things. We got to stop keeping them. We've got plenty of Tupperware. This stuff is just, it's garbage. That's why they let you keep them, is because they're cheap and not worth keeping. I don't know where to put the funnels, so I'll just stick them up there. Now the next cabinets is up here. We got the plates, little plates, medium plates, bowls. You see these up there. These, they go right here, bowls. I like to keep it pretty even like that. You don't have to. That's just me being picky. Glassware does not go up here. I'll tell you where they go in a second. Blue bowls up here, and then these white bowls can just go in there. Now this, you could feel free to put what you want up here. Like, here's the butter tray. You can have these mini containers up here. Just figure out what you want to put there. You can ask me. But yeah, like I said, it only took me 2 seconds to put everything back where it was. It's very easy to keep a nice kitchen. Now let's talk about the ones underneath. Under the sink is where all the soaps and stuff go. You know, this is where you're gonna find all your detergents and soaps. Now I prefer the oils not to be down here, so I think I'm just gonna put them up here. I'm gonna slide these bowls over, and the oils are gonna go up here. How does that look? And if that's too high, we can put them down here. But yeah, that's for these under the sink cabinets. Next up, we got the pots and pans. Right here, just easy to access. There's this little rack back here, which is where all the lids are gonna go. So with just a little bit of organizing, it's easy. Now, it's a little more difficult to stack all these because they're not all matching. You get the big pot, the big saucepan, you get the big pan, and then you can put the little pan up here. And then I personally don't think we need 3 saucepans, so I think we will be fine with 1. If you want to keep 2, we can, but we got to get rid of some of them. But right now, I'll just stick them on top of everything because we got to make room for this one, which doesn't really fit very well because it's all square and all these are circular. So it's right here for now. These little pans do not go under here. That's it for that cabinet. If we go over here, this is where all your glassware is going to be. I've got all the lids up here. We don't use them often, so if you want, we can put them back in the bottom corner and then have the square glasses up here so it's easier to access. It looks like you guys haven't really found it yet because it looks like nothing's really been moved, so that's where it is. I'd like to keep it organized, so please just keep it organized. Now these cabinets back here in the corner are very easy. This is where you're going to find all your porcelain dishes, and then this is where all your appliances are that don't really fit on the countertops. So here's your griddle, the crock pot, the oil fryer, I guess, I don't know. And then last, we got on top of the fridge. There's these 2 cabinets back here. Pretty sure there's nothing in them. If you want to start using them, then we have to take the stuff off the fridge. Now the top of the cabinets, I'd prefer we don't have anything up there, but we don't have anywhere to store anything other than the shed, and I don't want any mice, so I understand. It looks dirty, but we work with what we have, right? So I'm fine with things on top of this one. I'd rather not have them on here because this is where we're cooking and stuff, and then the popcorn ceiling has asbestos in it, which is very toxic, so we definitely don't want to be eating any of that. And then also when we get the new oven in, we'll be able to put pots and pans, stuff like that, underneath the oven. I don't want to do it right now because it's nasty. Now I'm going to talk about the countertops. So this is fine how it is right here. We don't really have a place to put them, so that makes sense. Dish thing, yeah, obviously it should go right there. I'll talk more about the dishes and cleaning later. Rolling pins right here if you ever need it. All the soaps and stuff, it's fine right here. Just don't overcrowd it with anything. Like this, obviously doesn't belong here. These things can go in the trash. I'm going to keep these around because I don't know if they mean anything to anyone. Now this obviously can't stay like this. Alright, I do not know what this is. It smells like rust, so it's nasty. If it's yours, it's up here. But I'd like to get rid of it, so I'm going to ask when you guys get home. Tape does not go up here. It can go in the junk drawer. We honestly don't need 2 of these things, so you're going to have to choose one. This one's longer, so it should be able to hold more, so that's your choice. This is taller, but we're not really needing tall stuff in here, so. Alright, things like the toaster and the air fryer, they don't need to be unplugged unless there's water everywhere and you're needing to clean up. So the toaster's fine right here. Alright, and I decided we can keep both of these actually. I feel like we can actually use them. First of all, all this water inside, we cannot let that happen. Alright, I'll go in more depth with this later, but for now, let's continue with the countertops. See, everything looks nice. It's just, it fits there good. These do not need to be here, so we'll find a place for those, but yeah, it looks nice, right? Obviously, the oven can't stay like this. I understand it for now, but when we get the new oven, things are going to change about this. We can't have all these pans on top. All right, here's some oil. I'm going to stick it up here. That's where all the oil's at. This place has been kept pretty clean, so I'm not going to focus too much on it. I mean, clean, I wouldn't say clean, but organized. I honestly don't care how organized you guys keep the seasonings. Just throw them in there. Just make sure, like, big ones that don't fit under here, of course, they have to go up here. And then just make them look nice at least. Kool-Aid and apple cider is fine there. Honey's fine here because you guys use it a lot for coffee. This is okay. I'd rather you guys not use these for the coffee. I mean, you really don't need these good things just to stir your coffee. It's better to use just a butter knife, you know? Because every once in a while I'll be trying to cook something and I actually have needed this a lot of times and it's always been used, so I have to wash it off. But I mean, that's just a personal preference. I don't understand how that makes sense. I mean, a butter knife works just as good with stirring, and we have plenty of them, so. Remember, all of this is not meant to be judging you or putting you down or anything. I've lived with several families that are pretty much poor, but they live a wealthy lifestyle, and I don't see why we have to live poor. All right, anyways, on with the countertops. This is the last area. This is fine up here because we use it for the microwave. Things like this, these manuals, we don't have the NuWave air fryer. We're not using it, so we really don't need the manual for it. But if you still want it, guess where it goes? Junk drawer. Just make sure you put it in there nicely so we don't have to just throw stuff in there. Now, I personally would rather not have this, but it seems like you guys want it, so it's fine here. We cannot be overcrowding the top of the microwave. Things get hot up here. I've noticed that, so. Earlier, I had that sauce from the egg rolls. They were all melted on top of there. Cannot be putting stuff that melts on top of there. Mainly like the sauce packets, like sweet things that heat up real fast. But yeah, breads are fine up here if you want them to be up here. Things like this, trash, does not need to be in there. It needs to be in the trash can, obviously. Things like these. Here, hold on. I think we could put them up here. So yeah, look at that. It all fits good up here. I have no idea what this is. I've never seen us use it. I don't think we ever will use it. So we need to talk about getting rid of it. It looks like a vegetable steamer to me. I think we can get away with actually steaming vegetables how you usually do it. Just in a pot. We don't need a fancy vegetable steamer. Now that's it on how organized the kitchen should be, in my opinion. So in the next video, I'll talk about how to clean the kitchen. Dishes, countertops, all that stuff. It should be a pretty short video.